Hello, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade, and I am back here with Hearts of Iron 4 and the Law of Resistance DLC, as we are playing as Carlist Spain. I still have the modifier, as you can see. And if you're tuning in for the first time and you don't know what I'm talking about, I have the disjointed Carlist Juntas modifier because I was a little bit too successful in the Spanish Civil War and managed to win it before unlocking Prepare the Carlist Insurrection, which was as much of a surprise to me as it probably was for everyone watching. I did not expect to win the Spanish Civil War in something like 60 days or so. Less time than it took to go from this focus to this focus is how much time it took me to win, which is just bizarrely fast, and I'll probably never do it again. But I have it on video, so hey, there's that. Anyway, I have this nasty multiplier, this nasty debuff to my country, and we're just gonna have to play with it. It's just gonna be a thing. This is unstable Carlist Spain. We have the disjointed Carlist juntas. We're just a disjointed nation, and we will be forever, and we're just going to have to deal with that. So we're going to move on then, and see how far we can get as a disjointed nation. But overall, I'm having a lot of fun with the Law of Resistance DLC. I have noticed that there are a numerous horde of people who have issues with this DLC, but then I've also noticed that Paradox through the years have been growing a batch of weeds, if you will. And even I'm a weed from time to time too. As Paradox gets to be more popular, more recognized as a major developer / publisher, as more of a mainstream fixture in the gaming community, and they're starting to become that. They're getting more mainstream, and the more mainstream you get, the larger the crowd is that observes you, and when that crowd gets larger that observes you, the people that dislike things you're doing grow exponentially. And then also, you can only be perfect so long. And I'm not to say that Paradox is perfect, but as developers go, they've got a pretty darn good track record. And so when Paradox does something that I don't like, it's not something that's normal for them, and so I almost hold them to a higher standard because I expect them to not do stuff I dislike. You know, I expect that of EA or Blizzard or Bethesda or some other major developer. I expect them to screw up, not Paradox. So yeah, Pakistan has declared war on India. Cool. But yeah, that's basically how I feel about that. So, and some of the things that people are complaining about, they make sense to an extent. You have the multiplayer crowd that don't like some of the Spanish features from a multiplayer standpoint, but at the same time, who plays Spain in multiplayer? I mean, seriously, who wants to play Spain in multiplayer? It's not exactly a major power. I mean, of the major minor powers, it's probably the most major minor power on the map, but it's not a major power. And if you're going to be playing multiplayer against other people, you want to have things somewhat balanced. So you're either going to play a multiplayer game where there's no playing majors and you have to play minors, in which case I guess in fact, in that case, I think Spain is better off in this manner. If you want to have the best minor power, then you should have to deal with the Spanish Civil War. So, I can turn the arguments against some of these people too. But yeah, if you step into their shoes and try to look at it from their points of view, there are some credible complaints, but you can't make the perfect tractor that's gonna sow every field. All fields are different, and you can only get the tool that's best for you. And so, Paradox can only put out enough features to make enough people happy. There's always going to be somebody unhappy with some of the features. And sometimes you're on the receiving end of being the unhappy people. You just gotta deal with it. Okay, so improved machine tool. I already researched that. Why am I... Hello, it's green. It is green. Well, let's go with conversion speed instead. Okay, let's do that. All right, Bios, Petra, Rays, and whatever, and stuff and things. We have another expansion that should give us a little more stability. Yeah, we're up to 72%. Restore the empire. Restore the monarchy. Restore the empire, restore the monarchy. Well, I suppose you can be a monarchy and still have an empire. The two things are not mutually exclusive. All right. More factories in 50. Ooh, that's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, we got Crusade Against Democracy, which... Division organization, political power gain, air experience, recruitable population, air experience. Wait, 2 air experience? It's a lot of air experience. Alright, and cultivate fanaticism, division speed, attack, experienced soldiers, supply grace, breakthrough. Yeah, these are all very particular. I'm gonna make my troops better, and nothing that really helps the country be better per se. Okay, I think we're gonna skip these for right now, and we've got civilian factories. We got restore the monarchy. Huh. Oh, I don't have Francisco Franco, so I can't go this route. Requires adopt the 26 points, which would require Franco. I wonder if I go this way, if this opens up all this stuff while being this. Cannot have this in supremacy of the... No, it wouldn't. So honestly, this is really only available if you go this route. Right. Okay. And so, honestly, restore the monarchy is the only route I have to go down. But I can go from here to here, though. And I might even be able to go from here to here. Alright. Requires one of the following. Yes, I can go from here to there. Claim French throne. I don't really need to be claiming anything right now, right? I don't have factories. Restore the Iberian Union. Fleet worthy of a king. Yeah, all of these are very... Let's go bonk some heads. And right now I'm more concerned with stability and improving the country. So I should probably go with this one. Make it possible to return owned Spanish states to the status of core states if they have sufficiently high compliance. Seriously? That's what I have to do? Interesting. So my states aren't even core states right now. That is wickedly cruel. All right. And how is that? That's coming along. China declared war on Gingxi Click. Construction 2. Alright, synthetic oil, concentrated industry. I haven't made any refineries yet, so that doesn't really matter to me. Do I even do I have any oil coming from anywhere? I mean, if I don't have any oil coming from anywhere, this is not as important. I can always import oil, of course. I didn't think there'd be oil in Spain proper. Do I have a little spot here, right? Yeah, no resources there. Canaries? No. Alright, yeah, no oil for me. I didn't think I'd have oil, to be honest. So I think we move on to a different part of the tree. It is still 37. Motorized is something we're gonna need. And we might want to think about unlocking military police. I mean, even if we're not going to necessarily use the military police for our current situation, when we take over something in the future, we might still need to use the military police for a new garrison unit. What do I have for aluminum and rubber? Do I have any aluminum and rubber? One piece of aluminum? Is that really what I have? Yeah, one piece of aluminum. And no rubber. So planes are not going to be something that's easy for me to manufacture at this point in time. So probably won't go researching planes right now. We do have a navy, though. We certainly do have a navy. And maybe expanding upon the power of our navy could be useful, but maybe we want to go with a non-carrier doctrine navy. That's different than I normally play. I don't normally play a battleship-focused navy, but we do have battleships, so might be something to think about. Anti-tank couldn't hurt. Do I plan to invest in tank? I don't know. I don't tend to use... I could just start unlocking that. Yeah. Let's go with our strength. We're a naval. We're kind of a naval power right now, so let's expand upon it. We're in 36. We could probably refit our destroyers to be better than what they are. I think we have a few of them, and that might actually make good sense. So yes, the destroyer initiative shall happen. Could you guys just merge together in one fleet? 12 DDs. Okay. And we have... we're going down in stability. Kind of too quickly than I want for my taste. Anybody here that can help with stability? Fascism support. Fascism support. Political power gain. Fascism. Military factory dockyard fuel. Political power. Daily fascism. Silent workhouse. Political power. Has not completed focus. No compromise on... I have 2! So, I don't have access to this silent workhorse. And I never will. Even though I have done no compromise on Carlist ideals. Has not completed focus. Supremacy of the commune. Have 2. Alright, I'm simply not ever going to be able to fill this slot. Got it. Understand. Damn me for being too good in the Civil War. Industrial concerns, there's... I'm actually thinking about just straight up using this political power to do something to improve my stability. It sucks I'm going to have to waste political power on promises of peace just to keep my stability from tanking. No, not doing it. Industrial research. Okay, we're going to research the industrial stuff faster. All right. I'm trying to figure out something here. Bracket that. 5, that. Well, that opened it. Okay. ST bracket that 5, no 10. Other bracket and that, no that. Enter. And if I did this right, my stability should go from 70 to 80. Unknown command. Okay, I did that wrong. ST Okay, let's read how to do this. I don't exactly use consoles to cheat very often. And this isn't necessarily cheating, this is just what I'm going to have to do, I think, to keep my stability at a reasonable place. It's ST, maybe it's just ST10, like that. No, how about ST10? No, how about ST10? ST, this bracket, 10? That bracket? Well, crap. ST space? Bracket? That thing? 10? That thing? That bracket? Hey! No, we added 0 stability. We're getting closer. ST space this bracket, 10, this bracket. No. ST space, just 10? Hey, we did it. It was that simple. Okay. And then close. No. There we go. So we'll just do that from time to time to make up for the stability issue. I don't want to go too overboard with it. But yeah, it's not exactly very fair for me to have this very horrible modifier screwing up my gameplay. And let's check out resistance, which is dropping. China declared war on those guys. Resistance spread from Madrid, controller at peace, local political force, compliance, resistance decay, low resistance, resistance strength 7.2, 7.1. Huh, so that state has a victory point, huh? There's a victory point map mode, isn't there? That's factions. Infrastructure, toggle. What decisions are available here? Right. Restoration of Austria-Hungary. Will they be friends or foe? These are all good questions. I thought there was a victory points map mode. Is it gone? Today has seen a century of injustice righted. Viva el Rey. The Kingdom of Spain will be known as the Kingdom of Spain. Alfonso the 13th becomes leader excuse me, of the non-aligned party. Disgraced monarch. Consumer goods factories minus 5%. Stability minus 10%. Well, snap. And you're a funny looking guy, aren't you? Well, this is how you find out what kind of a leader Alfonso the 13th is. After the fact, he gives you a nice, ugly minus 10% stability and a consumer goods factories of minus 5%. Yeah. Woohoo! Alfonso. States, supply area, resistance, compliance, resource, diplomacy, factions, player, infrastructure, population. That's a crazy map mode. Does it even work? Oh, so the red areas is where high population is. I don't really have a lot of population, evidently. Not really. Just go to the normal map mode, continue on. Oh, yes, new focus. Stamp out the Marquise. Unlock recovering from Civil War decision, making it possible to return owned Spanish states to the status of core states if they have sufficiently high compliance. I don't think we're quite there yet, so I think getting this right now is ahead of time. We might want to work on getting some factories. Yeah, stop looking at me, Alfonso. I'm not too happy with you. You could at least have, I don't know, some sort of decent trait. You're terrible. You're a disgrace. You are a disgrace, monarch. Why did I choose you? Why did I choose him? I don't know. I chose him. Maybe he can improve somehow. Wouldn't that be nice? I wonder how bad the other guy is. Curious to know now. He's probably like the same thing. Probably like a negative 10% stability because he's you know, illegitimate and you know, probably illegitimate or something, so yeah, he's probably got like minus 5% something or another. Probably the exact same debuffs, I would bet. Alright. So, Tomas and Alfonso basically cancel each other out. And so we get the same weekly change from the disjointed Carlist juntas. So that's the problem there, is Alphonse, if I didn't have Tomas, my max stability would be 90%. But because I have the other guy, my max stability is still 100%. But I have that stupid disjointed juntas bug. And that is going to cause me problems. It is November of 37. We don't have tons of manpower, so, and I'm not making tons of tanks, so normal Normal doctrine it is. India and Pakistan have signed white peace. Nice. We got another free civilian factory. Excellent. And I'm thinking right here in our heartland that likes us. And how are we doing with the old production of stuff? Yeah. Still not very good. Okay. I mean, we are building some ships here. We can't make infantry support equipment, but we can figure out ways to build ships. I mean, a battleship is a much easier piece of technology to make than a pair of binoculars. Hands down, I can totally understand why our industry is having these issues. All right, there was noise. Stop the presses. Modify the government. Huh. Should we? Yes, probably. A theorist. A military theorist. Army experience gain. Land doctrine research gain. Land doctrine research speed. I should probably get him, so I can start getting a little bit of army experience every day. So maybe I can eventually change some of these units I have. Lol. Spanish Civil War. Huh. Okay, Italy announces claims on Yugoslavian territory. Italians. Encourage local industrialists. Yay. Navarra, Burgos, and Islas in the Canaries is where those civilian factories and building slots were made. Interesting. And now some military factories. Yes, yes. How's Portugal doing? Portugal, do you need freedom brought to you yet? Maybe. Excavation and smoke generators. It is 37. It is 37. I am very observant. Yes, I am. Okay, yes. Okay. And we're working on a lab doctrine. Oh yes, we're going to renovate our destroyers. Got it. Because we have all kinds of naval dockyards to work with to renovate our destroyers, because they're not already currently building cruisers. No, that is something.
¡Atento! ¡Listo, señor!
I don't know. That was bugging me. Better. It is now 38. It is indeed. Poor Bangladesh. Ah, 5.7 a week. Getting better. How is the resistance? Why does it feel like it went up? Because... Did it? Base value. Controllers at peace. Local police force. Compliance. So 20 plus 30 plus 42. We were at 68%, I think, when we got that last hit. So we're almost time to give ourselves another 10 points. Actually, we are, though. Okay. Council. ST space 10. To Kingdom of Spain. Weren't we Kingdom of Spain last time? Kind of thought we were. 38. Restore the empire. Portugal gets event Iberian Union. So what exactly is Iberian Union? You know, these things would be nice to know. Am I just going to magically take over Portugal by saying they're mine by pressing said button? Or is Portugal going to be like, F you, it's war? I mean, what happens if I click this button? I guess we have to look at the Portuguese tree to find that out. Royal is this what it was? Form the Royal Iberian Alliance. Oh. Do we create a faction? Do we become allies? Is that what happens? That kind of maybe sounded like it. Gets events Iberian Union. Wait, an event Iberian Union. Let's do it. We're not going to know until we actually do it, I suppose. Oh, we got some military factories. Excellent. Yeah, more support equipment, please. Add building slots. Add naval dockyards. 100% research bonus for destroyer models. We are kind of working on restoring the Navy. Let's do that first. It kind of fits with our current focus. Hey, something's happened here. Compliance strength. Right, active sonar. Depth thrower. I'm tempted now to throw a division on the fire. Are any of these? This is a 20 with combat division. This is my type of division right here. I don't see why I shouldn't make some more. Okay, I'll make some more. Train. We're just going to do one. We can spit them out in Madrid. What the heck? No. Thank you. Why did that take so many clicks? Hmm. 38. You know what? Research. Industry, engineering. Yep. Computing machine. Let's extend your line a little bit. There you go. Insufficient resources. Aluminum, a little aluminum, no big deal. And we can do stuff and things with our country. Conscription law would get me more manpower. Not overly hurting right now. Material designer, motorized, support unit research speed, weapons and equipment research speed, artillery research speed. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a lot more weapons and equipment than I think artillery. Two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. And really I'm only going to use those. Weapons equipment I think makes more sense. Burgos. Superior firepower. Am I gonna need something else for my destroyer renovation project? Torpedo tubes, maybe. Secondary batteries are really more for heavier ships, right? I think this light battery. I need to research that. Oh, and with all the Navy experience, I'm going to very easily be able to upgrade those destroyers. Greater Poland declares war on, or Greater Portugal declares war on Portugal. Okay, so we have a Portuguese civil war here. Who's who? You are fascist, evil, bad. And you are not fascist. Okay, fleet worthy of a king is done. Rebuild the battle fleet. Gain national spirit, rebuild the battle fleet, which grants heavy ship production and 100% research bonus for battleship models. Very interesting. Let's go for this Iberian Union in the middle of a civil war. Should prove to be interesting, right? Or it could be the worst time in the world to do it. We'll find out. And just in case it's me being nasty to them and saying, hey, we're going to try to you know, whatever it is we're going to try to do. I don't know. I don't know what the message is going to say. I only know that they're going to get an event. You know, it could say we demand your firstborn child every year for the next 100 years, or we'd like a nice bottle of Portuguese wine, please, or, you know, you're gonna give us your territory and become part of Spain, or we think it would be a cool idea if we become part of Portugal. I doubt it says that, but an empire coming apart at the seams. Canada seeks immediate patriation. Why does this say 4 divisions? Huh? No, 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 no. That's not right.
Listo, señor. Sí, señor.
I want you to edit this weird stuff you've done here. Delete. Okay, delete that line. And extend. Why aren't you extending? Extend. Not shrink. Oh, because you're separate countries. Ah, crap. You know, sometimes... Sometimes this game just aggravates you. And throw in that offensive line there. What the devil? I said put in an offensive line there. Okay. Put in an offensive line there. No, 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 no. Man. Sure, whatever. I'm sick of fighting with you. Approved infantry equipment. It's 39 and that's 38. Armored cars. Definitely a very interesting prospect that I think I'm going to want. Military police. Again, another thing I think I'm going to want. More doctrine. I definitely have to have. More important. At this point in time, I should be one of the most veteran armies in the world, but honestly, I'm one of the most backwards armies in the world because, well, we didn't get much experience from our Civil War. We went to war and it was over. Some of the troops hardly ever even got to lift up their firearm. Will the Iberian Union fire before the Civil War ends? And do I want it to fire before the Civil War ends? I think about the only other thing I could want on these destroyers, possibly these troops. So with that, we'll have everything we need to fully upgrade a destroyer. Well, these old 1936 destroyers. Mutual assistance block, mutual assistance block. And we are about to restore the Iberian Union. No idea what that really means.
Órdenes.
Oh, hey. Join them, comrade. And
Atención.
get to exercising. Let's do these. We may end up fighting in the near future. What is this? Iberian Union. The Kingdom of Portugal declines. The Kingdom of Portugal has rejected any notion of uniting the Iberian Peninsula under shared leadership. Despite extensive negotiations, the Portuguese delegation position can effectively be summed up as, come get it if you're hard enough. Okay, I'm hard enough. Gain annex war goal against the Kingdom of Portugal. Oh, we just might do that. And what military high command? Division attrition, division recovery, or division defense, division organization. I'm going to go with defense. And with that being said, I think this is a good place to wrap up the episode. In the next episode, we might just turn Portugal's frown upside down. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. This is my content, and hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please leave a like and subscribe. And until the next time, all, peace.